Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Connie with the Artisan Company. Okay, so we're still going to do a colors of the year thing, but this time we're going to go to a different paint company. And I featured these in the first video of the year. And so this time, instead of using the Pantone color that we did last week, we're going to do Hidden Gem by Beyer and Warm Mahogany by Glidden. Those are the two colors we're going to feature in this. And I had these stones featured in the first video on the colors of the year. And I thought, oh shoot, when I laid them out, I knew I had to come back and do something with them. So let's look at what's on the desk and we'll get started. Okay, so the Hidden Gem, which was a beautiful green color. My friend Marcia over at Jars to Jewels and my treasure hunt loves green. So I always think about her when I do something with green. My friend Paula also loves green. And so I think of people, And then the other color is Warm Mahogany by Glidden. And so what I had was I wanted to do something with a focal point, and I had these beautiful agate stones. It's Indian agate, and it came on a strand with several other Indian agate stones, and I had this one was on there too, and I really wanted to use this one, but it was a little scuffed on some edges, and I didn't have the right thing to buff that out, so I thought, can't use that, even though I love the color. I'll save that one for myself. But anyway, but I got this strand at Michael's, and it was about $10 when I bought it. I think it was on sale. But they're about a 15 by 30 millimeter, and they're just gorgeous stones. And I thought, wow, I have enough to do a center focal. So we're going to be using these. You can use anything for a focal in the middle. You can use one stone. You can use 3 stones. It doesn't matter. That's a design choice for you, but I'm doing this as a focal. Okay. Then the next thing I had were these beautiful Jasper stones. I know I'd get it out in a minute. And you can see the variance of color in these. And oh my goodness, got ink on my hand there. Anyway, but look at the color. You've got the mahogany browns in there. You can see some of those. You've got some lighter browns, really dark greens, lighter greens, little touch of kind of a white there. So the color on these is just stunning because the variation is so beautiful in these. But this is Jasper. They're an 8 millimeter. The other thing I'm using are these gorgeous wood beads right here. And I think I bought these. I'm trying to remember. I think I got them at Fire Mountain, but you can Google wood beads and find stuff all over the web for wood beads. But these are they're kind of like a monkey pod, like from the Philippines, but they're a 20 millimeter by 5 millimeter across. And I actually bought these to use with turquoise, and I did a piece a while back, several years ago, using this particular type of wood and the shape with turquoise, and it knocked your eyes out. It was so beautiful. But we're using these. And then I've got a bunch of spacers and one, believe it or not, bead cap. But I've got a 6 millimeter kind of a bronzy colored bead cap, nothing with bright or shiny, just because I'm only going to be using just a few of them, not very many at all. And they're kind of got holes in them, so they're a flower bead cap, so they're easy to light pass through. And then I've got 6 millimeter copper and 6 millimeter kind of a burnished gold daisy spacers. And then I've got these what I would call, they call them snowflake spacers right here, and they're an 8 millimeter. I'm going to use a few of those. And then obviously you need a clasp and what I call my finishing beads, as we talk about that all the time, and then your crimps and crimp covers. And then your AccuFlex or Soft Flex beading wire, medium weight, 49 strand. Okay, that's all you're going to need for this one that I'm aware of. If I left something out, I'll let you know. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started. We're going to do the center first, the little middle pieces. I kind of laid a pattern out over here so it'd be a little bit easier to navigate maybe when I get there. But we're going to do the centerpiece first. And so I am going to, I decided that I was going to nix the the bronze colored bead caps in favor of more light. So I nixed my bead caps. Now you can use another bead cap. I know a lot of young people are going, "Oh my God, the walls are falling down. She nixed a bead cap." Yes, I did, and occasionally I do. But anyway, I decided to add more gold in there because it had a little bit more light to it. So that's where I'm headed. Okay, let's get our beading wire. And we're going to start with the big chunky doodads here. Watch me hit this little guy because I didn't move it out of the way. All right, so I'm going to put on a gold, the little 6mm burnished gold, the big 8mm, what do they call it, snowflake spacer. And then I've got another gold. So there's where we're headed. I'm going to butt that up against the green. I decided to have a little more light next to the green, which I think looks better. So that's the beauty of designing. You can just kind of look at it as you go, and if you're just not happy with something, just change it. It doesn't mean it has to be that way. If you don't like something I'm doing here, you add your stuff to it because everybody's flavor is different. Okay. All right, so we're going to put another gold, another one of the big giant snowflakes. And now we're at this juncture right here with the agate, the agate stone. Looks like that. A little more light next to it, but I didn't want it overpowered with light. Okay, then we're going to add a piece of wood in there. And then we're going to repeat that pattern again. So it will be gold, the big snowflake. I think that's a cute way that they call them snowflakes because they're kind of shaped like snowflakes. All right, and then another stone. All right, and here we go, flanking this agate stone again. Gold, the big snowflakey thingy. That one. All right, then we're going to add a piece of the mahogany colored wood. Oh, this is so pretty, y'all. This one will be very understated, not glitzy, not shiny. It's just kind of an understated, earthy piece. All right, add your next focal. If you're doing the focals, you add the next focals. Okay, and let's get this end done down here. So it'd be this one and the snowflake and another gold. All right, so here's where we are. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love this understated look. I love these earthy tones. Oh my. Designing eye is a singing. Okay, let's go to the next section. Okay, here we go with the next section. I laid it out a little bit better so you could see it a little better. Okay. So we ended right here with the gold. So we're going to pick up right here with the wood. And then each piece of wood will be flanked with, from here on out, with copper. And then the Jasper beads will be accented with the gold. So I'm doing a mixture of things. All right, so there's my copper. We've got a Jasper bead, the little gold one, another jasper bead, and then a copper, and wood and copper. Okay, and we've got a jasper bead, the gold, another jasper, and a copper, wood, copper. Okay, woo, baby, this is beautiful. All right, then we've got a jasper again, the little gold, another jasper, and then the wood is flanked with the copper. Oh my, this is gorgeous. All right, so you can see the pattern there. And the reason why I decided to put the gold in is because I needed the light to go up all the way up to the back. It's not an overbearing light. It's not a shiny gold. It's kind of a matte antique gold, but you can see it adds just enough light in there that you can see those beautiful jasper beads, and it makes the wood beads separated. So that's the pattern we're going to use for the other side. So I'm going to do that and then I'll get back. Next section, I did this side so you kind of see where we were going. Next section is just the jasper and a few sporadic spacers. So you've got a copper here. We're going to do 3 jasper, just back to back, stacked right on top of each other. 3 jasper, and then one of the antique gold spacers. 3 more jasper. Boy, this jasper stone is absolutely gorgeous. It just makes me happy. The color is so beautiful. All right, and 3 more jasper. Where's the little hole? Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, this is where we are. Let's test the length on it because it's going to be about an 18 roughly. So let's see where I'm at. And that's not counting where this hangs. I'm counting the inside here. Oh, good. I got space for a few more. All right, so I'm going to add up here probably about 2 more jaspers on each side, and then we'll finish off the top. All right, to expedite time, I went ahead and did this side, and I got all the slack out of it, so I know that I can turn it, but yet there's not going to be a lot of slack. Okay, so what I did to finish off this end right here, I went ahead and I added this time a copper little 6mm spacer. So we're going to add the little copper one here. All right, we got him on there. Move this down. Make sure I don't lose my slack in there. Okay. Put on the finishing bead, what I call a finishing bead. It's not technically a term. Okay. And then you're going to take your crimp, put it on there like so. Add your clasp as usual. Run it back through like that. Pull it down. Make sure you leave some space that this little guy can breathe. And even when you add the crimp cover on there, it's going to take up space. So make sure you leave enough. You're going to smash and fold like so. We're going to run a little bit of this back down through the beads themselves. Ooh, I need to get my magnifier back down here so I can see. Let me get this down here so I can see a little better. I know it changes the lighting for you guys every time I move that thing. My husband is working on a better audio for me because I broke my phone that I was doing my recording with. And the little microphone thing, I dropped my phone, and the little microphone thing that you plug in to the base of your phone, somehow or another, it didn't land on it, but it wound up damaging it somehow or another. So my microphone doesn't work. So if it's a little hollow sounding, that's why. Hopefully we'll get it resolved fairly soon, but thank you for your patience. Anyway, let me run this and on through. There he is. I'm yik-yakking. Stop yik-yakking, Shaw. Oh, I'm right there. Didn't see where I was. There it is. We'll run it through one more. Maybe two more. Ooh, I love the earthiness of this, y'all. Oh my goodness, I love the earthiness. It is beautiful. Ah, of course, green, anytime green is used, it's just such a beautiful stone. Oh, there it is. Kept going, well, where is it? I kept looking for it, going, where is it? And there it popped out right there. Now I lost it again. Well, there it is. But it's wanting to keep going. That's the crazy thing. It's wanting to keep moving. A little smaller. And this is not something, guys, you can do in a hurry. Everybody's got different ways of doing things. What people's ways are better than others. But do what works for you. Clip off the excess right there. Ooh. Okay, last thing. In the last video of the year in 2025, my crimp covers were hiding other crimp covers. I felt like an idiot when I figured it out. But anyway, it happens to all of us. We all do crazy. So, anyway. All right, this is it. Make sure you run your finger over it. You don't have any pieces standing up on it because that'll rub on the neck. So make sure you've got it down on there good and closed and it's even. Yay! Alrighty, let me get my eyes up here, out of the way. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely stunning. I love this. Oh, what a beautiful piece using the colors of the year from Glidden and Beyer. Oh my goodness, hidden gem, warm mahogany, got to love it. Well, hope you got some inspiration today. I had a large time with you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.